Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are gonna be exploring the deck profile for Zoro and Sanji Leader. This is the deck that I'm running from the last video. The only thing that I changed was the carrot, the ulti, and the Namule or Namule, however you wanna pronounce it. Um, I added the carrot because I feel like she's very strong in this meta right now. Having to freeze on play and when attacking, and then you can just restand this one um, on the same turn and potentially locking in two characters. That's just like very big when it comes to um, stalling the game. So that's basically the point of this whole deck. It's just to stall until you can drop the flamingo, or like you can just do all your swings and be over with it. The mule, another card that you could drop, so you can use your leader ability. Same with the Duval. These small characters are essential if you wanna restand something, unless you have like a full board, and then you can just return one of the card from your board into your hand and save the dawn for your small characters like this, and just use it as a swing. I've also added the bucking as well, so we want to abuse that bucking and weevil combo. Mainly you want to do it with weevil, this weevil here, where it allows you to draw a card. And yeah, um, it's pretty fun. I've had so much fun playing this deck. My strategy kind of like changed from the previous video as well. I've been returning a lot of gecko, like the gecko moria in my hand, and what it does is I just use any of this as a counter, like any of my warlord cards, and I just return gecko, play it the next turn, return it, play it the next turn again. If I have a Jimbei, that's even better because I can just do this, return this, and then play it on the same turn as well if I have enough done, and which is like really insane. You can return your 2k counters, and yeah, it's just really fun. I think this is the correct way to play it, and yeah, it's just the way where you can like stay alive in this game. But yeah, I'm not playing any event cards because I feel like you have to end the game as soon as possible. That's why I left out all my event cards. So yeah, let's see the gameplays and how this deck actually runs on the meta. Alrighty, so first match will be against Reiju, which is everyone's favorite right now. This is the most aggressive deck next to Zoro in the set, and yeah, everyone's just like playing the semi locals. So it's good to see people in the sim actually playing this one, so I can actually practice myself. Uh, we did took the first life here, but we managed to get the Edward Vivo, which will allows us to draw another card from our deck, and we got a pretty good hand size at the moment. Um, I think from here, if Reiju doesn't have anything on trash, I wouldn't I wouldn't really attack her because I'm just filling up the trash. But yeah, I figured it out too late, and I was just like on autopilot while doing this. But I guess I wanted to just be aggressive when it comes to this deck, so I'm just like going ham on this. I'm just swinging as much as I can, and thinking of what I should bring with Jimbei, but decided to do the law just because I can see that his hand size is getting large as well. So it would help whatever card that we put on the bottom deck and reduce the hand size of our opponent. Plus, we get that 2k back as well, even though we don't establish a board, which is okay. Um, I feel comfortable doing that one, especially on the early game, because it will be a harder decision for them to decide what card to put it into the bottom deck. Um, Unfortunately, they do have the HG on their hand, so they are going to be playing this one on this turn, and I can remember that this Edward Weevil that we have on the board is actually gonna die from it because of the EGG effect, the minus 2000 plus the rush as well, and that's just like too much for us. I don't really want to use my counter that I have on my hand to kind of like counter out on this, because yeah, we want to save it for our life, because we're only a 4 leader life, so we already took 1 damage as well. I'm gonna slowly start building a blocker here, and we finally got that Gecko Moria as well, so it would be nice to actually have that one on our hand. Just gonna swing 5, and I'm not gonna swing with Jinbei as well because of the potential swing that Reiju has. I established 2 blockers for now, so that should get us to the next turn safely. Plus I do have 2 5k body as well. It was actually good to start removing cards from my hand, because he actually has the pudding ready to play, and my hand size was getting big as well, so it was nice to actually get rid of 3 cards off my hand, and we just dodged a bullet there. Unfortunately, he whiffed the draw, or like the search with his card, but he managed to cheat out the blocker chopper as well. So attacking for 6, we're just gonna block that one, and then he's gonna be attacking for another 7. It was actually 7. Okay, and then that should be an easy block, and it's gonna be our turn. So we're just gonna cheat out the Moria, and then returning the Edward Weevil on our hand. We're gonna make use of our swing here, and we're gonna bring back this Jinbei back to our hand. So we're gonna make sure that we at least squeeze in 1 swing with the card that we're returning. So we're gonna be swinging 6 with the ulti, and I'm happy for him to take out the ulti at this point. And then I'm gonna start clearing his board as well. So I'm just gonna try and put pressure on his board, so he doesn't flood the board, and it will give us a hard time countering everything that he would be swinging on us. And we only have 2 life left, so it's kind of hard. We don't even have a blocker at this point. We have 1 2k counter, and the rest is just 1k counter. We established a pretty good whiteboard now. We just gotta be very careful on what we take, like which hit to take, because if we don't, we may lose to another HG, and yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be very sad if we just lose to like an HG rush. But he established his board as well. He's just doing his thing, drawing, trashing card, making sure that he does have all the cards that he needs. He's gonna swing 5 here, which I feel like it is a mistake, because this is, you have a wide board, so you might as well just try to go for it. Still trying to swing, and we're just countering. This is the mistake that he did here. He swing with with queen. I don't know what he was doing, and from there I just knew that the game was finished, because there's no way for him to um, put me on little range. Like even if he has like EGG, right? So he has no choice here but to swing on my lead, and from here I'm just gonna swing 777 until he runs out of counters. But look at the board. That board is very wide, so there's gonna be a lot of 7k swings coming on his face. Whoa, pause. Yeah. So 7 7. That's what, like 4 5 7s, and then restand the weevil, and then whatever leftover dawn. Then that's just gonna be the final swing. So yeah, that's just how good this deck is. If you manage to build a wider board, then you can just finish him with like 7k swings, and then restand one of them, and then just finish him off with whatever dawn that you have. So that's game one. Let's go to game two. Okay, second match will be against Pudding. I think out of all the leaders from this set, Pudding is our favorite matchup, just because we put so much pressure on Pudding, and she won't be able to keep up with all the swings that we do. We're just gonna be very careful with how we swing. Remember, we don't want to swing if he doesn't put down a Viola to face down all the cards on his life. So we're just gonna be very careful with that one. So here she has 2 dawns available, and she managed to flip down all the cards from her hand, and we're just gonna be very careful not to swing here, because we don't want the Katakuri to flip down one of her cards as well. So she's gonna do her thing, leader ability, and then ramp up into Rested Dawn, and then redo that one with Katakuri. And now she is on how many dawns is she? I think she's like on 8 dawns already. So she managed to get the perfect opening hand, but now it is our turn to put pressure on her. So I'm just gonna swing 5 on her face, and then 7, restand the Weevil. She's gonna play the Burst here. We're gonna bring back the Jimbei and play another Weevil here. So that's like the best play here, right? So we're just gonna swing 7. Cool, another Weevil. We draw 1, and we should be good. So she hasn't touched our life yet, and are we gonna let it go? No, we're not, because we want her to we want this our Weevil to stay on the board. She's gonna play the 9 mom. Unfortunately, she is too slow. Even though she ramps, she is like too slow to play the 10 cost mom, so she has to trash it. Well, the mistake here is she should have put one of the Weevils onto my bottom life, so I can just like swing 9 here. She needs to take the life here, and then I'll swing 7, restand the Weevil, and yeah, easy game. This is the easiest matchup ever. So I'm gonna swing 7 first. I almost swung 7 with my leader, and I wouldn't be able to restand one of my Weevil. So 7, return this. If she doesn't have any counter here, then that's GG. What did I do here? Yeah, I did swing with 9. Yeah, because it doesn't really matter even if she like clears the board, or if she attacks us. It doesn't really matter at this point, because I still have that Sengoku. That Sengoku is, it always saves me. Look at this. I'll swing 7 here, right? I'll swing 7. What is she gonna do with this one? I can just play. I can just play one of the blocker, restand the 7, and then just finish her off with how many dawns I have left. So that's the easiest matchup in this meta. So if you have a pudding, it's a free win, right? If you match up against pudding. But yeah, and let's do one more gameplay and then we'll end this video. Okay, the final match will be against Black Yellow Luffy, another strong leader for the set. So ideally you want to keep the gecko on your opening hand. The reason why is because you're not going to be swinging on this leader until you build a waterboard. So whatever you use to counter on his swings, Gecko Moria will just pick it up back into the trash, and then you kind of just like swing to bring back the Gecko Moria here. That would be an easy turn for us. So that was really lucky that we drew the Doflamingo, the blocker Doflamingo. I put it on the top because I wanted to have that carrot on my hand, and now he is just playing all his 2k counters on the field. So yeah, and then he turned into a 7k leader, so that will be a pretty easy swing for us. I should have swung there for for 6, and I could have returned the gecko back. So yeah, remember with this matchup, you don't want to swing. You don't want him to counter out because he's just gonna fill up his trash. Leaving him on a 2 life is okay. At least he needs to like draw the last 2 lives. So again, people, once they see a Jinbei, they just like KO it straight away. It's so easy to return it with the Gecko Moria. That's why I don't understand why people don't go for Moria, because I can always just like bounce this one back on my hand and get the Jinbei back like he just destroyed. Look at this, another Jinbei. He went for the Jinbei as well. Yeah, that's just like a common mistake that my opponent always make, which, you know, I'm happy to do them if they want to play it like that. Here, unfortunately, I have to swing so I can return one of my Jinbei, and he counters out here. So that's another mistake that he did here. He should have not counter on that one, especially a 2k counter as well. Man, if you don't have any way to reduce your life, then you are making the wrong place here. Having him to bottom deck one of his cards, so good as well. It's such a good feeling, because that means that there's one less card that you have to worry about that he needs to trash, and if he brings it back with Gecko Moria as well, that's gonna be that's gonna be a problem for us. So again, with the matchup with Black Yellow Luffy, you're just gonna be very patient with this. He wasted another 2k counter from his hand, so he has to play like a big brother, I'm guessing, that he put on live. But you know, we're chilling here. We're chilling. We have the Gecko Morias on our board, but you know, we can just bounce it back whenever. We're running low on hand size, that's why I took the damage here. And again, another 2k. That's the 4th Hiyori that he has. Okay, so he's a 9k leader at the moment. That's fine. That's fine with me. Like, look at the hand size that he has. Swinging 6. That should be an easy counter as well. And then he's gonna swing 9. I'm just gonna block here. And then we do have the Doflamingo here. Now I'm contemplating on putting like playing the Doflamingo, but I feel like this is the best time to bring back the Kikomoria on our hand and then play it again. We're just gonna play it safe, right? We want the carrot on the field just in case he swings with one of the Sabo. And if he does, then we can just put down the Doflamingo and then stun lock basically his whole board while we kind of like build our own board. So this is what I'm talking about. So he swings with Sabo here, but I'm pretty sure he would just like trash that Sabo anyway. So he's down to 4 cards on his hand, and he just wasted all his 2k counters. Yep, so he's trashing the Sabo, and he's just gonna return it back on the field. So he would have 3 blockers now, and this is not looking good for us. 11k swing. There's no way to counter. Oh, I actually forgot about the bucking. Completely forgot about the bucking. I haven't seen bucking on my opening hand, or like at least in the mid game. So I didn't even get to use bucking in any of my games. But it's nice to have the bucking because you can always bounce back something on your hand. Here I'm just trying to figure out a way on how to I guess bounce back the Gecko Moria without KOing one of my characters. Just gonna bounce it back. Again, we're just gonna grab another 2k counter. So this is why this leader works so well with Gecko Moria. So good. You can just recycle all your 2ks. He drew another Sabo, and this is basically his playset here. So the Sabos are like, all the Sabos are on his board. And he's swinging with the Sabos as well. It's crazy. He's just gonna make himself a 7k leader and KOing our blocker as well. I think at this point it doesn't really matter for me because I can see that he has 1 card on his hand, so there's no way for him to counter out whatever we have in here. So I think I do have enough swings to get through. Yep. So counter with Sabo. Now we're making use of the Gecko Morias now. Swinging with Jinbei and the Moria. There's no way for him to counter all of these swings. Plus, I'm gonna restand that carrot as well. So he has no chance. Yep. And just a carrot for the final attack. And that's GG. That's GG. He wasted all his 2k counter. That's his fault. So he wasted all his 2k counters. Didn't save it. He was too greedy to play or like use his leader ability. That's what kind of like majority of the black yellow Luffy players do. Like the mistake that they do throughout the whole game. It's just that they're too focused on their leader ability. But yeah, you're just gonna manage your counters on your hand and you should be fine if you're playing the black yellow Luffy. Again, this is the deck list that I'm using, so if you want to copy this or if you want to try this as a fun deck, you can bring on your locals, then feel free to use it, or comment down below if you're planning to use this one as one of your fun decks to play on a Sunday or like on an off day that you guys play locals. But yeah, that's it for me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. We are close to 300 subs, and yeah, we're gonna be making more off meta decks, which I'm having really fun. Like it's really fun to discover like off meta decks. You kind of like throw off your opponents, and they just don't have any counter for you. But yeah, if you like the video, like that video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.